Hi, I'm Coach Pav, and in this short video, I'm going to help you understand how to successfully conduct the INSCYD cycling tests. Prior to testing, please make sure you consult your physician and ensure that you are in good health. Ensure you are well recovered before undergoing any of the tests. Completing the testing after recovery week is best, with 1 to 2 days of rest prior. Ensure you have sufficient energy going into this test, meaning you are fueled but not with a full stomach. Eat a complete meal at least 3 hours before and only gel or equivalent just before the test, with no solid food. It is fine to take on fluids and carbohydrates, especially before the longer efforts during the testing. Remember to update your body fat percentage in your Humango settings prior to completing your tests. In order to add your body fat percentage in app, click the 3 horizontal lines in the top corner, metrics in the middle of this menu, and then open up health metrics. Enter your body fat percentage here. There are other apps that can estimate this for you using your phone camera. Avoid using at-home scales, which are typically highly inaccurate. Check that your cycling computer is fully charged before starting any of the tests. For Garmin users, in your cycling computer settings, there will be an option to record data every second or with smart recording. Ensure that you are recording every second and that smart recording is turned off. Zero offset or calibrate your power meter before each workout. That means if you do 2 tests over 2 days, make sure you zero offset or calibrate your power meter before both days. Refer to your power meter handbook or Google for instructions on how to do this. Ensure you record your heart rate and where possible use a chest strap and not a wrist strap. All intervals must be done in the seated position. You must conduct all of the intervals in the same conditions. So if you do testing over 2 days and the first day is indoors, the second day must be indoors as well. You must conduct the testing on the same bike for each interval and in the same position. So if you are in the drops for one of the intervals, you need to be in the drops for all 3. Avoid changing your hand position during each interval. Ensure you use the same power meter for every interval and that they are all on the same gradient if you're outside. If you start to fade, your power starts to drop towards any of the intervals, do not quit the interval. Just continue to the end as best as possible. For completing this test indoors, ERG mode must be turned off. If you are unfamiliar with the different modes you can set your trainer to, use the warm-up to test them. You want to find a mode where you can control your power output via increasing or decreasing your cadence or by changing the gears on your bike. Any mode where the trainer is adjusting resistance to match your cadence and thus keeping the power output the same is incorrect for this testing. Your trainer handbook or Google is a good reference for more information. For each interval, we want to try to keep the power output as stable as possible. But like I said, if you start to fade towards the end, just finish as best as possible. Specific to the 20-second sprint test only, the 100 seconds that precede that is full rest with no pedaling. Again, remember to remain seated throughout every interval. When conducting the testing outside, consistency is key, so plan your route well ahead of time. All intervals must be conducted in similar terrain, so if you conduct one interval on a hill, conduct all the intervals on a hill. Again, power output must be as stable as possible, but if you do find yourself fading towards the end of the interval, just finish as best as possible. Once more, the final 100 seconds prior to the 20-second sprint test, there is no pedaling. So the best thing to do when outside is find a safe place to pull over and unclip, rest for those 100 seconds, Then clip back in when you're ready and do a maximal 20-second sprint. Again, remember to remain seated throughout every single interval of these tests. Enjoy the testing. And lastly, if you have any issues and you want a redo of any of the intervals of the test, either don't save or delete the activity on your cycling computer, or don't save the activity until you've deleted the INSCYD workout from your calendar.